Okay, this is the part 3 of the pattern pieces. I'm going to share my screen. All right, the part 3 of the pattern piece. This is to make the sleeve pattern piece. In this pattern piece sleeve, you have to make 2 pattern pieces. The sleeve original and the sleeve modified. So the modified sleeve is adjusted on the sleeve head to match the armhole curve measurement. Because you know the measurement of the sleeve head and the original sleeve head of the pattern piece is actually different. They have different uh, measurements, so you need to make sure to match the measurement. Sometimes, if your sleeve needs gather, you need to in, you need to add the length of the sleeve head. But in in the real fashion industry, if you want to make a very clean shape of your sleeve, you need to adjust the measurement, at least have 1 centimeter tolerance maximum. Do not like 7 centimeters. It's a lot. It's too much. Okay, so make sure to have the tolerance within 1 centimeter measurements. Do not more than that. Okay, and then you need to also duplicate the new pattern block to the original pattern block worksheet, which I already mentioned in the previous part. You need to also recreate the pattern piece from the new block and complete the pattern pieces with seam allowances, grain lines, and names. Okay, let's start. I will open the sleeve block. All right, here. I will display the title block. This is my sleeve block. I have 2 sleeve blocks here. One is the original and one is the adjusted sleeve block or the modified sleeve block. Okay, what to do with this? Originally, you only have one, so I will just delete this. And then I will just make a new one together with you guys. All right, so in this sleeve block, we have to make sure to complete it with grain line. Okay, and then to make the adjusted sleeve head, first we have to measure our armhole curve. I need to go back to our bodice block, and then I need to measure this curve, the armhole curve. Okay, how to measure? You already know. You go to F8 and then click length measure, and then you can click line by line here. I will just click at the center of the line and then move to the here, to the right or to the left. Here, click and then enter, click and then enter. And then I can just open the calculator. I will manually calculate all the value here, 9.45 plus 3 plus 9.63 plus 9.01 plus 10.57 and then enter. So my curve is 41.66, which might be different with you guys. That is okay. Okay, it's all right. So there is a range of the fitted curve. It is from 41.5. Okay, I will just write it down on here. So here, range of the fitted sleeve armhole curve range from 41.5 until 43.5. If it is smaller than 41.5, then you need to adjust it. If it is higher, longer than 43.5, then you need to adjust it. So the range of fitted armhole curve for size M or size 10, the standard size is 41.5 until 43.5. And and again, it differs, depends on the style. And this is for the fitted style. All right. So I got the size already, 41.66. All right, so let's go back to our sleeve block. And in this sleeve block, you need to make sure that the curve match with our armhole measurement. More or less, if you want to add tolerance, sometimes when you sew the curved parts, you need additional lengths. But in the real fashion industry, you cannot add too much because it will be accosted to the price. You need to be very careful to add the lengths because it might add the cost more. So in this case, let's say I just want to make it the same length, 41.66. Okay, so what to do? First, you need to make the pattern piece. The modification adjustment, you need to make it in the pattern piece, just like when we do for the bodice part, when you move the darts, you move the darts in the pattern piece. Here, you need to adjust the sleeve head also in the pattern piece form before you transfer it into pattern block. Okay? So now I want to make it into pattern piece. Okay, here I will just right click. I don't need the line. I will just develop the line again afterwards because if I use the lines, it will be in the way and disrupting my process. So if you have the lines, you can just don't select the lines to make or to adjust the sleeve head. So now I have this pattern piece of the sleeve. Okay. How to adjust the sleeve head? You can go to F3. In F3, you choose lengthen. All right, lengthen. And then we need to find the curve lines, the starting point of the curve line and the ending point of the curve line. Some of your pattern, not all, you have the curve line starting from 0.5 or 1 centimeter, not exactly from this part, but about 1 centimeter inside from each of these points. So don't forget, you need to select the starting point of the curve. So if your curve starts 1 centimeter inside, you start from that point. But in my case, my curve points start from this and end here. All right, so when I select lengthen, I will click from this start point, click, and then this end point, click. Now there is a pop-up. So the original length is 47.37, which is too much. You can compare with the the armhole only 41.66, and the original sleeve hat length is 47.37. So there is too much fabric that needs to be gathered. However, if you need gathered style sleeve, then you can add the length how many you want, how many centimeter you want, because it's the gathered style. But if it is the fitted, in my case, I want to just make it the same. Okay, if I want to make it the same, then I need to change this measurement into this measurement. Okay, so before I change the value, okay, I will just uh, escape. Okay, before I change everything, I want you to activate print. This will this will show you the changes from the original to the modify. Now, again, I will click this point and this point. There is this pop-up. And then you can use the downwards arrow. Oh, sorry. You can use the not downwards arrow. You can just uh, type the lengths that you want. Here, in my case, 41.66, or let's say, I think it's strange number. I can maybe just round it up to 42. I can. So maybe I can just use 42, round it up. Do not round it down. Why? Because you go back to this. The range of the fitted starts from 41.5. So if you round it down from 41.66, there will be the minimum. Okay, it's usually not very good. Or you round it down to 41, it's too small. So I rounded it up to 42. And then I will press enter. Now you see how it's modified. It is now adjusted to 42 centimeters instead of 47.37. You can see the changes from the pink line. Here is the pink line. This is the original length, and to the adjusted one. So if you activate the print, you can see the pink line. However, the print is only to show you the changes. When you turn it off, the pink line is gone, and when you turn it on, it will not reappear again. So it's just one time to show you the changes. If you don't show it, that's fine too. It's just to show you the changes. But if you don't want to see the changes because you're sure it's changed, then that's fine. You don't have to turn the print on. All right, and then here, remember, this is actually not the pattern block. This is the pattern piece. We want to make this into pattern block. How to make this pattern into pattern block? First, you need to check, is this unstable pattern? No, this is not unstable pattern. This is pattern piece because it has only one color. So how to make pattern piece into pattern block? Maybe some of you still remember, we can use the sheet delete. Okay, sheet delete. Click. And then without pressing the shift, okay, do not press the shift. You click on this pattern. Okay, not pressing the shift will turn the pattern piece into pattern block. Okay, you can just maybe delete unused points first. This is from the grain line, and then you can select select this and go to F1, and then duplicate, and then click here, go to F3, and then move, and then move it to beside it, like this. Okay, and then selection, click one time anywhere, and then you can complete this with the line. You can just recreate the line here from the center. Okay, and then here also from the armhole point. And then how about this point? You can just measure first using F8. You can zoom in and then using F8 length measure, you can click on this and then change the direction to this point and enter. So it's 18.15. Okay, you can use develop F1 here. You can use develop and then use this point as the benchmark and then change the directions to the downwards minus 18.15. Enter. Click one time anywhere, you've got a new point to help you draft this line. Okay, and then go straight. And then here, if remember, if you want to make a complete straight line to the horizontal, I will just go, let's say, with the 20 and then dy 0. Okay, make sure it's 0, so it's completely horizontal, and then enter. Okay, oh, it's not enough 20. What to do next? And you can just use F3, land as your line, and then overlap this line and adjust to the sleeve. Don't forget to delete this unused point. There, you have finished your sleeve block. Don't forget to delete this unused block. Now, you can complete this pattern with this two pattern pieces of the sleeve, the original and the modified. And then you can also name it like this because we already have SB for the skirt block. Now for the sleeve block, I changed the abbreviation into SLB, sleeve block. And then here I have two patterns, SLB, sleeve original for the original sleeve and two pieces, SLB, sleeve modif for the adjusted sleeve two pieces. Again, check overall pattern, anything missing like notch or dart lines. In our case, the sleeve here, we don't have the dart lines, but let's say you have different types of sleeve in the future, you need to always make sure. So this is the end of part 3. Don't forget to finish the sleeve assignment. And now we have 3 pattern pieces of materials finished. By this time, you should finish your skirt block, 6 pattern pieces, bodice block, 4 pattern pieces, and sleeve block, 2 pattern pieces. So this material covers for the week 3 and week 4. If you have finished, you can just screenshot your progress and send to our WhatsApp group. Okay, I will stop this recording and good luck on working your pattern pieces.